All right, let's do an example problem. We've been talking about Pascal's principle from an abstract perspective so far. So force out, oh, let's erase that, it's not so good. Force out over force in equals area out over area in. This was Pascal's principle. So of what use is this? Well, it's the basis for how hydraulics works. So let's imagine that you have an automobile. I'm going to draw this very small, and this is a schematic drawing. And let's suppose you wanted to lift up this automobile so that you could change the oil, let's say. You put this on a platform, and this platform is resting on a fluid-filled chamber. And this fluid-filled chamber, like this. This is our fluid-filled chamber, and here you've got a piston in here. And the idea is that by applying a force downward on this piston, on this side, you can lift the automobile right here. So this is the output force and the input force. This is the basis of hydraulic jacks. So let's suppose that I were to tell you that the car weighs 2,000 pounds, and the area of the jack on which the car sits is, let's say, what do we want it to be? Like maybe 40 square feet. And the area of the input piston is, let's say, 1 square foot. These aren't necessarily realistic numbers, 1 square foot. So the question then is, how much force must be applied in order to lift, in order to, I would say, either support or to lift at a constant speed. I'm being a little bit nitpicky here, but you'll see why I'm doing this later on in the semester. At a constant speed, the automobile. Well, this is a quite simple problem to solve now, because you can just solve for the input force in terms of the output force using Pascal's principle. The force in is equal to the force out times the ratio of the output area. Oops, I got those reversed. The area in over the area out. So if I want to lift a 2,000 pound automobile, then I just have to multiply by the ratio of the input area, 1 over 40 square feet. And so 2,000 divided by 40, well, I get rid of a 0, and it's 200 divided by 4. I only need 50 pounds in order to lift a 200 pound automobile. So this is an example of how one would use Pascal's principle to solve a practical problem.